This is gonna be your grounded bird dog. So the grounded bird dog itself is an introductory level to the bird dog. Great exercise for someone who's just learning the coordination, learning the movement pattern, or someone who is a hyperextender and just doesn't really know how to activate through the glute. This is a great regression you can incorporate for these instances. So I'm gonna start off here in a quadruped position. That just means I'm on my hands and knees. I wanna make sure that my shoulders are over my wrist. I wanna have a nice big open splayed hand here to maximize the amount of ground surface area I'm covering. As I do that, I wanna have an active hand. So I really wanna feel my fingers engage here as well. And from here, I wanna think about corkscrewing my shoulders such that the creases of my elbows are pointed towards the ceiling or pointed upwards here. That's gonna keep that shoulder in a nice closed pack position. Now with the dead bug, I end up going on one hand and one knee. It's a contralateral pattern. So that means I'm gonna extend out and I'm gonna be balancing on opposite hand and opposite knee. So having said that, I wanna make sure I'm actively pushing the ground away because I should have equal dispersion of forces between the upper and lower body. So I'm gonna have my hand engaged. I'm gonna have my knee connected as well as my shin towards the top of my foot connected. I wanna have a nice neutral spine. I wanna think nice long neck. So I don't want gravity to pull my neck downward. So active retraction through the neck. Think about elongating through the crown of your head, giving yourself that beautiful double, triple chin, actively pressing through the shoulder. The knee is supported. And then from here, I want to drag my foot out. So my foot is always in contact with the ground. So I'm not truly getting any air time off that back leg. So it's almost like a tripod bird dog is another way to call this. So as I extend out, because I'm lengthening the lever arm, I want to think about inhaling to increase the most stability through my belly, through my diaphragm, using the leverage of the IAP, that's your intra-abdominal pressure. So it's gonna look something like this. I'm gonna stay grounded, set myself in a good position, nice long neck, shoulders in a closed pack position, crease of the elbows pointed up, hand is engaged, knee is down. And all I'm doing is I'm gonna start the weight shift such that I put weight into my hand, into my knee, and I have cross sling activation. So my oblique sling is active when I'm doing this. I wanna actively think about squeezing my hand downward and bringing my knee upward. So it's almost kind of like a side crunch, if that's what you wanna think about it as. And I'm here actively engaging that chain. And as I inhale, I'm gonna weight shift, inhale, toe is connected to the ground. I want to extend that leg as hard as I can. So just because my toe is in contact with the ground doesn't mean I want to keep the knee bent. It means even more so, I want to focus on getting that knee as straight as I can to get that quad activated. I want to make sure I don't turn my hips outward and compensate through rotation. So I'm just extending through, toe stays connected, knee is straight, hand is supported, and I'm reaching out nice and long. When I reach out, I wanna make sure shoulder isn't coming out of the socket. So shoulder stays in that closed pack position, lower trap is active here. I'm gonna hold that end range for a few seconds and come back in. Remember, I wanna cycle this with the breath. So I'm in this position here, nice and stable. As I inhale, I'm gonna weight shift, inhale. Toe is connected, nice and long. Pushing through the hand, feeling the weight into my knee and my shin. Keeping that opposite shoulder in a nice closed pack position, pulling it actively into the socket, getting that extended leg nice and straight, feeling the quad contract, hold that end range for a few seconds, and then control back through the exhale. And that's gonna be your grounded bird dog.